The Architect Within, Building a Life of Limitless Growth. And so, let's embark on a journey. Not a journey to a distant land, but a journey inward. A journey to the very heart of your being, to the place where potential resides, where possibilities unfold, and where the architect of your future awaits. And as you settle into this space, this inner landscape, let's begin to count. Not as a means of control, but as a gentle way to deepen your awareness, your connection to the resources that lie within. 10, allowing yourself to become aware of your body, the sensations, the feelings, the points of contact, and noticing that your body is a vessel of experience, a vessel of wisdom, a vessel of potential. 9, perhaps noticing the rhythm of your breath, the gentle rise and the quiet fall, and allowing that rhythm to become your anchor, your guide, your constant companion in this journey. 8, becoming aware of the sounds around you, the subtle whispers, the distant hums, and realizing that these sounds, like the thoughts that drift through your mind, are simply passing, simply present, and then gone. 7, allowing your eyes to close if they aren't already. And as they close, you can noticing the softening, the releasing, the letting go that occurs naturally, effortlessly. 6, feeling the gentle weight of your eyelids and sensing the relaxation that begins to spread from your eyes down through your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. 5, noticing the sensations in your hands, perhaps a tingling, perhaps a warmth, perhaps simply the feeling of being, and allowing that feeling to expand to fill your awareness. 4, allowing your shoulders to relax, to release any tension, any holding, and to simply surrender to the pull of gravity, to the embrace of comfort. 3, feeling that relaxation move down through your chest, your stomach, your hips, and noticing how your body knows how to relax, knows how to let go, knows how to heal. 2, allowing that relaxation to flow down through your legs, your knees, your calves, your feet, and feeling yourself becoming more and more grounded, more and more centered, more and more present. 1, and now simply being here now, in this moment, in this space, and knowing that this space is a space of infinite potential, a space of boundless possibility, a space of your own creation. And so we gather here not to dismantle the structures of your being, but to reimagine them, to redesign them, to rebuild them with a new vision, a new understanding, a new perspective. You see, within each of you resides an architect, a master builder, a creator of worlds, a weaver of dreams, and this architect, this creator, is not bound by limitations and not confined by fears and is not restricted by doubts. This architect understands that life is not a fixed blueprint, but a fluid, ever-evolving masterpiece, a work in progress, a symphony of experiences, and that every challenge, every obstacle, every seeming setback is not a dead end, but an invitation to create anew, an invitation to innovate, an invitation to design a more magnificent, a more resilient, a more fulfilling structure. You see, the mind, it is a garden, and like any garden, it can be cultivated, it can be nurtured, it can be shaped. And just as a gardener does not lament the weeds, but sees them as an opportunity to enrich the soil, to learn about the terrain, to refine their techniques so you can learn to see your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences, not as obstacles, but as valuable data, as precious resources, as the raw materials from which you can build a life of limitless growth. This is the essence of a growth mindset, the understanding that your abilities, your intelligence, your potential is not fixed, is not static, is not predetermined, but is dynamic, malleable, expandable, like a muscle that grows stronger with each challenge, with each effort, with each repetition. It is the belief that you are not defined by your current limitations, but empowered by your boundless potential, that you are not a prisoner of your past, but a pioneer of your future, that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a victor of your own design. And as you connect with this architect within this master builder, this creator of worlds, I invite you to consider some affirmations, some declarations, some powerful statements that resonate with the truth of your being, the truth of your potential, the truth of your limitless capacity. Perhaps you might consider that. 1. I am the architect of my own life, and I have the power to design a future filled with growth, joy, and fulfillment. And perhaps you imagine yourself standing at a drafting table with a vast empty canvas before you, and in your hands the tools, the knowledge, the vision to create anything you desire. 2. I embrace challenges as opportunities to learn, grow, and expand my abilities. I am not afraid to step outside my comfort zone, for that is where true growth lies. And perhaps you recall a time when you faced a challenge, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, and how, in overcoming it, you discovered within yourself a strength, a resilience, a resourcefulness you never knew you had. Three, my potential is limitless, and I'm constantly expanding my capacity to learn, grow, and achieve. I believe in my ability to overcome any obstacle and create a life of extraordinary success. And perhaps you sense the vastness, the immensity of your own being, the boundless possibilities that stretch out before you like an endless horizon. And you realize that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. 4. I am a lifelong learner, and I am open to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. I am curious, inquisitive, and eager to explore the world around me with a growth mindset. And perhaps you feel a sense of excitement, a sense of wonder, a sense of adventure as you contemplate all the things you have yet to learn, all the places you have yet to explore, all the possibilities that await you. 5. I am resilient and adaptable, and I bounce back stronger from every setback. I see failures not as defeats, but as valuable feedback that helps me refine my approach and move forward with greater wisdom. And perhaps you visualize yourself as a tree, bending in the wind, swaying with the storms, but never breaking, always returning to your upright position, stronger, more grounded, more deeply rooted. 6. I surround myself with people who support my growth and inspire me to reach my full potential. I am part of a community of learners and creators who uplift and empower one another. And perhaps you feel a sense of connection, a sense of belonging, a sense of support, as you imagine yourself surrounded by others who believe in you, who encourage you, who celebrate your successes, and who stand by you during your challenges. 7. I am grateful for the journey of growth and self-discovery. I appreciate every step, every challenge, and every victory along the way. I am committed to living a life of continuous learning and expansion. And perhaps you feel a deep sense of gratitude for this very moment, for this very opportunity, for this very journey. And you realize that the greatest reward is not the destination, but the process, the becoming, the evolution. 8. I release limiting beliefs and negative self-talk that hold me back from reaching my full potential. I choose to focus on my strengths, my possibilities, and my capacity for growth. And perhaps you visualize yourself releasing balloons into the sky, each one carrying away a limiting belief, a negative thought, a self-defeating story. And as they float away, you feel lighter, freer, more expansive. 9. I am a powerful creator, and I use my thoughts, my words, and my actions to shape my reality. I am intentional, focused, and aligned with my highest purpose. And perhaps you imagine yourself as a sculptor carefully and deliberately shaping a piece of clay into a beautiful and meaningful form. You realize that your life is your sculpture, and you have the power to mold it into anything you desire. And so, as you rest here with these affirmations, these declarations, these powerful statements resonating deeply within your being, you might begin to notice a gentle shift, a subtle stirring, a return to the awareness of the outer world. And that's perfectly all right. It's a natural, graceful unfolding. Perhaps you become aware of the sounds around you, the gentle hum, the distant melody, and perhaps you notice the sensations in your body, the feeling of the support beneath you, the rhythm of your breath, the beating of your heart. And as you notice these things, you might also notice that you are feeling refreshed, renewed, revitalized, not in a sudden dramatic way, but in a gentle, subtle, profound way, like a flower, slowly unfolding its petals to greet the morning sun. And you might find that you are carrying with you a sense of empowerment, a sense of clarity, a sense of possibility, a sense of knowing that you can return to this space, this feeling, this connection anytime you choose, simply by turning your attention inward, simply by connecting with the architect within, simply by embracing your limitless potential. And so, in your own time, in your own way, when you are ready, you can gently begin to open your eyes, to stretch your limbs, to return to the world, carrying with you this newfound sense of empowerment, this unwavering belief in your own limitless potential. And as you step forward into your day, into your life, remember that you are the architect of your own destiny, the master builder of your own reality, the creator of your own world, and you have within you all the tools, all the resources, and all the power you need to design a life of extraordinary growth and extraordinary fulfillment. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to assist you in this time of self-discovery and positive change. It has been an honor to guide you on this journey, and I trust that you will continue to cultivate this growth mindset, this empowering perspective in the days and weeks and years to come. And remember, for best results, for optimal self-care, set aside time each day to come back to this space, to this feeling, to this connection, to listen to this recording, to remind yourself of the architect within, to nourish your potential, and to continue building a life of limitless growth.